Hey guys, it's Brianna here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I have a really fun video. I am going to be talking about my New Year's goals for 2023, and there is this Booktuber tag that I saw from Jen from the Book Refuge. She just recently did hers, and she said that she actually got the idea from Jessin Reads Romance. So I'll put both of their channels down below if you want to go check out either of their videos. But basically it's a list of different questions to kind of get you ready for 2023, and I'm really excited about this because I am very much a goal-setting type person. I love to have something to work towards, and I'm just ready for 2022 to be over and have a fresh start with a new year. I just have a really good feeling about 2023. I really think it's going to be a better year overall. I'm really excited. So I think having these goals and being very intentional with what 2023 is going to look like, I think that's going to help. I also have a video that'll come out in a couple days talking about specifically my 2023 goals, like as a whole, like me as a person. I think I might, I think I might make a shift on my channel. Obviously, predominantly it's going to be a lot of bookish content, but I think I actually want to start doing some more like lifestyle things and kind of just talk to you guys about like my everyday routines, you know, those kinds of videos. I think that would be kind of fun to kind of sprinkle in. I don't know if that's something I'm going to do. It's just kind of a thought that I have thought about, just because there is a lot of good changes that I've been trying to make. Obviously, you guys know, if you don't know, I did leave my teaching job in November of this year of 2022. I just could not handle it mentally. It was extremely draining. I would come home every day absolutely mentally and physically exhausted. I was not taking care of my health in any aspect, emotionally, mentally, physically, and that was my biggest priority, switching to a new district this year. This school year, I should clarify that health was going to be my biggest, you know, motivator, and that wasn't the case, and I wasn't going to continue to let my health as a whole continue to decline. So that was a big fear of mine. So I took it upon myself to take action. And I'm now working towards being a full-time social media manager and author assistant to indie authors here in the community, and I am very excited about it. So I'm actually in the process of trying to find a part-time job to find stability, because, you know, obviously that's been a huge stress the last couple months. Now that I'm starting to get a better routine, I chose the worst time to get into this and pick a new career during the holidays. So, and just everything going on has made it extremely difficult. So I am going to be looking towards getting another part-time job. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be. I don't know if I'm going to go back to my old roots and do babysitting, or if I'm going to get a part-time job at Starbucks. I'm leaning more towards that route because they have really good benefits. I get coffee, duh. And I get that experience of working in a shop. I don't have experience outside of working with kids. Before I became a teacher, I was a babysitter. So I don't have any experience job-wise outside of working with kids. So I think that would be a really good job for me to do, even part-time. So all that set aside, let's go ahead and jump into these questions, because I don't want to make this video super long. I do have my iPad kind of sitting right here, so if you see me looking over, that's exactly why. But let's go ahead and jump into this. So the first question is, what are you most excited about in 2023? So obviously, like I mentioned, I'm obviously very excited about starting a new year. Like I said, overall, there were a lot of good things in 2022, but as a whole, it was not a good year for me. There was a lot of bad things that happened, some worse than others, some were just very negative. And I don't like that. I don't like, you know, sticking to all the negative. But if I have to look back at 2022, it was not good. So that was very, you know, kind of hard to realize that, yes, it was not good. Another goal is something I'm going to talk about, especially when I really talk about my goals. There is a challenge that I did, I think it was 2019 and 2020, or it could have been 2018 to 2019, I'm not sure, but there is this challenge called Romanceopoly, and it's a lot like it sounds. It is literally Monopoly, but make it romance books, and it's really fun because I've done it those 2 years that it was hosted. So essentially you can do however you want to do on the challenge. If you just want to work your way around it, randomly select, you know, roll the dice, play Monopoly, you do you. But I really like that challenge because that's when it really started pushing me to read romantic suspense, Thrillers really jump out of my comfort zone, and I'm so excited that the ladies at UTC Book Blog are bringing it back, because that was one of my favorite things about reading during those 2 years, is it really pushed my boundaries. So I'm very excited. Some other things that I'm really excited about is trying out Omegaverse and Romantasy specifically. Those are two genres. I've kind of read Romantasy, but I'm not gonna count it. Those are two genres that I'm very excited about trying out in the next year. Two other genres that I have tried a little bit, but I am dying to read more, is going to be Why Choose, which, if you didn't know, that's actually a reverse harem. There's a whole thing. Just do your research on it. I choose to say Why Choose instead because of, you know, everything going on with it. And also monster romances. So I am very excited about, like I said, 2023 and just my reading in general. I'm very excited. Question number 2 is, do you have a Goodreads goal challenge number, and why? So the last couple of years have set it really low. I haven't quite set my goal yet. Last year, as in this year in 2022, I set it to 50. Now, another thing, 2022 has been my lowest reading year since 2016, where I read 176 books. Now, let me preface this by saying, I know that seems like a lot, but I am a reader. I read over 200 books a year, guaranteed, since 2016. And like I said, this has not been my year. Consistently since 2016, I have been reading more and more. And then I think it was 2020 was like my best reading year, or it might have been 2021. I can't remember. I'm consistently reading 200 books a year, and I don't know what happened this year, but needless to say, I think my goal is either going to be 50 books. I'm going to go and set very low, no pressure. I know I can read 50, like that's a given, or 100 books, kind of just to push me a little bit, but there's no reason why I can't hit 100 books. Overachieving, I would love to hit 300 books because I really want to push myself to read 300. Crossing my fingers that's something I can get to. I'm not going to set that as my like actual goal because I don't want to stress myself out all year, you know, trying to reach 300 books, but that would be amazing if I can get to that. Next question is, list 3-star predictions. So I recently did my 24 reads from 24 friends. It's basically the challenge where you read 12 books from 12 friends, but I decided to go ham. So if you guys want to see that, I'll put it in the cards or put it in the description if you guys want to go check it out. But I have 24 books that I'm going to be reading in 2023. 3 of those that I think are going to be 5-star predictions is going to be the Mine F series by St. Abbey, because that is I think it's like a romantic suspense thriller type series. I think I always get this wrong, and I'm probably saying it wrong, so please don't quote me. But I think the female is a serial killer and the hero is a like FBI agent. And it's technically one big omnibus. It's a pretty thick book. It's actually 5 shorter books put into one. But I'm very excited because I have been dying to get to that book. I tried to get to it during spooky season and I just never got to it. Another book is going to be Unhinged by Onley James. This is a recommendation from my best friend Monica. She told me to read it this year. Clearly I didn't, but I'm very excited because I know I'm going to love this book because it's dark romance. Like, that is the overall trope or genre, I should say. So I already know I'm going to love it. So I'm very excited. And then another recommendation is going to be Raphael by Tilly Cole. That should say it. Tilly Cole is one of my favorite authors. She could literally do no wrong. I'm not joking. Every single book I've read by her, I've absolutely adored. So I already know that's going to be a 5-star, like that. It's a given. So I already know that. Moving on. Next question is, what genre, subgenre, or trope do you want to read more of in 2023? I really do want to get to more, like I said, Why Choose and monster romances, because I've kind of read some. I think I started reading Why Choose in 2021. I think that's when I read Madison Kate. I don't think that was 2020. But who knows, because I'm not joking, since 2020, I have zero concept of time. Like, I don't know. Another subgenre is I want to do some more alien romances, because obviously I started reading Ice Planet Barbarians. I read it because of Romanceopoly. I remember that. So that might have been 2019. I'm still forever behind on those books. I think I'm now at the part where it starts to bridge between the Ice Home series. So I think that's where I'm at. So I think I've read at least 9 of the books. So I would love if I could get caught up on those books in 2023, because those books are so good. If y'all have not started Our Pen Barbarians, one, you're living under a rock, needless to say, because it blew up. Was it this year? I don't know. Or was it last year? Again, zero concept of time. Moving on. Next question. What trope do you think will be the most popular in 2023? Now, this is really hard to say because who knows what's going to happen when it comes in terms of tropes and what everybody's going to be wanting to read, because everybody's reading tastes are completely different. So I don't know how to fully answer this question without being totally biased. So if you know me, you know what my answer is going to be. So this is really hard to say, oh yeah, this is going to be the most popular trope in 2023. Like, I can only speak for what I love and what I would like to see personally. So for me, that's gonna be a single parent. I don't care if it's single mom, single dad, single guardian. I don't care. I will read anything that falls within that trope. I don't know what it is about those books. If you give me a single dad, like I'm all over it. So of course I would like to see that as the most popular trope in 2022 or 2023. See, 2023. So I don't know. We'll see. This is a really hard, I feel like in my opinion, this was the hardest question to answer because I don't know. I don't want to make assumptions and then be like, you were wrong. Next question is, name 3 bookish goals for 2023. So I've kind of already set up, like I said, you guys will see this video shortly. I will put, once it's live, I'll put it in the description if I remember to do that. No promises. But I have 3 goals for bookish reasons. Obviously, I want to complete Romanceopoly. I think the last year that I did it, I wanted to do 2 times around the board, and I don't even think I accomplished it. Shocker. But I really like what that challenge does for me reading wise, so I would love to just at least complete the challenge because, like I said, I love it. Read 300 books. I know that's overachieving, and I know that's going to be challenging considering my reading year this year, but overall I would love to hit 300 books because I just feel like I have more recommendations and I just get to experience more books. It's just, I'm gonna cross my fingers that I can get to it because that would be amazing. And reading what makes me happy. I feel like I've kind of strayed away from just picking up books that I feel like everybody has to read and, that kind of stuff. So I really just want to be more intentional with reading books that I know I'm going to love. I feel like I've done a really good job at that. Is, only reading what I know is not going to make me happy, not just what I see everybody reading, for example, like young adult. I'm not really going to enjoy those because I'm a mood reader. I'm going to read whatever I'm in the mood for. And picking up a young adult, yes, I still enjoy them, but it's not going to be my go-to. So if I pick up a young adult book right now, I know I'm not going to like it. So why am I going to force myself to read it if I know I'm not going to like it? So that's kind of why I said that goal. Next goal is name 3 personal goals for this year. So like I said in the previous question and previously, I'm going to make a whole goal list of 2023 goals for 2023. So I just picked the 3 most important, I guess. One of them has to be my main goal is to find financial stability. I hate talking about it because money is always a sensitive subject, but I'm trying to be more conscious, and it's something I've kind of realized, especially this year. Yeah, I did not do a good job because I am somebody who impulse buys, and when I get really stressed out, I spend money that I don't have. So you can understand when I was still teaching, how much money I was spending. So I need to be a lot smarter with my money in 2023, and I'm being a lot more intentional. I've been watching a lot of people who do budgeting videos, financial kind of stuff. So I have a budget spreadsheet I'm going to start using next year. I'm going to be a lot more intentional and making sure I am being better about my money. Taking care of my health more. That means physical, mental, emotional health, all of it. Because like I said, 2022, I have not been taking care of myself. And over the last few months, it has really been bothering me. I've been slowly trying to take the steps to take care of myself, but I'm still not quite there. So that's something I definitely need to be continuing working on is, taking care of myself. And then also being more in the moment. I still feel like I do pretty well with this, but a lot of the times my mind just kind of wanders. and I lose track of like what's happening right now, especially when I'm with my family, my boyfriend, my sister, my girlfriend who lives right down the road, all of those kinds of things. I want to make sure I'm more in the moment and not focusing on what I need to do tomorrow, what I need to do when I get home, you know, all these things. I want to make sure I'm more intentional and, you know, living in the moment, you know, taking more pictures. I feel like I sucked at this year, is taking pictures, like capturing what we're doing in that moment. So I really want to make sure I'm doing better about that, because I would love to have all these memories. Like I keep thinking about things I've done this year and I'm like, well, how am I going to remember it? You know, 2 years down the road, I may remember it, but what's gonna be there, like tangible, that I'm gonna actually remember it? So that's another big goal. Last question is, what do you want to leave behind in 2022? So of course I took this more personally versus bookish, and I want to talk about impulse spending and just having so many bad things happening. Like I said, I'm not saying, you know, the world is out to get me, all of that kind of stuff, and I'm not grateful for what I have and where I am, because I am. You know, I'm somebody who likes to focus on the positive more so than negative. And like I said, this year just was complete trash. I want to leave all of those things that have happened this year in the past, because they've happened. I can't change it. You know, I can only move forward from it. So I don't want to keep dwelling on those things. Not that I have been. I've been moving away from them, but making 2023 a better year, financially, mentally, all of that. I just want 2023 to be a better year, and I think we're off to a really good start. But anyway, I think I made this video as quick as I possibly could. So those are all the questions, and like I said, I'm very excited about 2023 and what's in store for me. I do, just shameless plug because I gotta do it. I do have a Patreon if you guys want to come support me. I currently have, I think it's 3 tiers. I've had ideas for other tiers in the future if I want to continue this. But basically, I have book club where we read 1 contemporary book and 1 dark book each month. There are obviously different tiers for if you want to join. The bottom, like most, I guess, cheapest tier gets you access to the book club. And we do, I say weekly, we do weekly reading sprints. Because of the holidays, it's been pretty much impossible to do them. So I'm hoping next week, once we actually start the new year, I can make a more intentional habit of doing those weekly. There's a lot of things that I have in store for Patreon. I'm just really excited about it. I just don't have had time to really dedicate time towards it. But if you want to come join me and my friends that are currently on it, I would really greatly appreciate it. But other than that, all my other social media links are down below if you want to see what I'm doing on Instagram. I am the most active on that app. I'm also on Book Talk if you want to see what I'm talking about bookish on that app. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.